Hi, YouTube. Welcome back. Today is my second to last coding lesson. I'm so excited. Today we're learning about files.
Bruh.
I need to update that soundboard a little bit, I think. Today we're learning about files, and I think we can do the whole lesson today. So this is what we're learning about. This will be very helpful for me because I still haven't learned how to code off platform yet. So this will be handy. So this is what we're learning. And then next week is the big finale. The big finale. I'm very excited. Thank you for saying hi to YouTube. YouTube, this is me pitting you against the Twitch chat. Every single time I'm about to start recording, I say, do you guys want to say hi to YouTube? And they go, no. Are you just going to take that? Are you just going to take that? Nobody asked. My new CPU arrives today. Encore. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Ugh, I can't wait. Okay, let's just jump right into it. Computers use file systems to store and retrieve data. Each file is an individual container of related information. If you've ever saved a document, downloaded a song, or even sent an email, you've created a file on some computer somewhere. Even script.py, the Python program you're editing in the learning environment, is a file. So, how do we interact with files using Python? We're going to learn how to read and write different kinds of files using code. Let's say we had a file called realcooldocument.txt. That's what I call all my files. When I export a new video, I call it real cool video every time. With these contents, wowzers. PC building stream? I mean, I can, but it wouldn't take that long. A CPU replacement takes maybe 15 minutes, but I can. I don't see why not. If y'all want to hang out for a little bit, do a short stream later. We could read that file like this. With open real cool document text as cool doc. Cool content. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This is too much. So this opens a file object called cool doc and creates a new indented block where you can read the contents of the open file. We then read the contents of the file cool doc using cool doc.read and save the resulting string into the variable. So what is the syntax? Okay, so it's, what would you stream on? Oh, my phone. Twitch has had mobile streaming for forever, so just my phone. So with open parentheses, and then why is it a string? Maybe because if it's not a string, it might read it as something within the code, but it's not. I don't know. Document.text as doc : and then variable equals doc dot read parentheses and then print variable. Okay. Damn, that's complicated. Hi, Holly. Hello, my sunshine. How are you? How you doing? Yeah. No, LT's right. I wouldn't be able to stream from my computer if I'm working on it. But I just stream from my phone. It'd just be a little bit janky, you know? But that's fine. Use with to open the file welcome.txt. Save the file object as text file. Okay, so with open parentheses welcome.txt as? Was it as? Yes. As, save the file object as text file. As text file. So do they mean like that? Or do they mean, oh, no, I did it right. Okay. Read the contents of text file and save the results in text data. Okay, so that was text data equals text file dot open, parentheses, was it? No, dot read. Read. And then you print text data. Ah, congratulations on reading your first file at codecademy.com. Hee, I did it. I did it. And they said it couldn't be done. And they said it couldn't be done. They said coding was impossible. Okay. Iterating through lines. When we read a file, we might want to grab the whole document in a single string, like .read would return. But what if we wanted to store each line in a variable? We can use the read lines function to read a text file line by line instead of having the whole thing. Wait, what? We can use the read lines function to read a text file line by line instead of having the whole thing. What does having the whole thing mean? I love learning on Codecademy, like the way it's set up, but some of the way things are worded is kind of all the contents in the file. But isn't this all the contents in the file? The whole shebang. The whole skit's got do. You know what I mean? Okay, so dot read parentheses reads file dot read lines reads file line by line. I thought that was the whole thing. Oh, in one string. I'll mess around with read and read lines because I want to see what the difference is. Suppose we have a file, Keats Sonnet, with open Keats Sonnet, read lines, print line. Oh, you can print it in an indented way too? Wouldn't this fuck things up? Oh, no, they did a for loop. Never mind. The above script creates a temporary file object called Keats Sonnet that points to the file keatssonnet.txt. It then iterates over each line of the document, prints the entire file out. Oh, that's handy. Okay. Using a with statement, create a file object pointing to the file how many lines.txt. Store that file object in the variable lines. Okay. With open how many lines.txt as lines doc. Iterate through each of the lines in lines doc.readlines using a for loop. Okay. For line in lines doc dot read lines parentheses print line. Oh. What did I do? Line stock. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Hee. How many lines do we write on the daily? Many. We write many, many, many. How many lines do you write on the daily? You say many money. You write many, many, many. Okay, so now I want to see what this looks like if I just do read. Oh. I'm using Codecademy. Oh. Okay. So what if I do... Oh my God, stop. So what if I just do print line stock? Oh. what was the syntax? Variable. Oh, okay. So it would be doc equals lines doc dot read. And then I could do print doc because I want to see what the difference is. It's exactly the same. Am I dumb? What's the difference between read and read lines? Why couldn't I have just done this? Okay. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I don't code. Reading a line. Sometimes you don't want to iterate through a whole file. For that, there's a different file method, .readLine, which will only read a single line at a time. If the entire document is read line by line in this way, subsequent calls to read line will not throw an error, but will start returning an empty string. Suppose we had this file. I shall forget you presently, my dear, blah, 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 sonnet. With Millet sonnet.text as sonnet doc, first line equals sonnet doc.read line. Second line equals sonnet doc.read line. So it'll only print these two. Oh, no, it'll only print the second one. First line, sonnet doc.read line. Okay. Read returns one string. Read lines returns an iterable for each line one by one. Oh, so is each line a different string? Oh, it gives you a list of strings. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. The script also creates a file object called sonnet doc that points to the file Millet sonnet.txt. Wait, hold on. First line equals sonnet doc.read line. Second line equals sonnet doc.read line. They have the same meaning. So wouldn't these print the same thing? This script also creates a file object called sonnet doc that points to the file Millet sonnet.txt. It then reads in the first line using sonnet doc.readLine and saves that to the variable first line. It then saves the second line, so make the most of this your little day, into the variable second line. Readline is a little peculiar. It remembers where it left off. It does? There's an internal tracker that moves to the next line. Oh, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is the same thing. Interesting. Okay, got it. So this diva just knows. This diva just knows. Also, read may not read the whole file if the file is large. Oh, okay, got it. Using a with statement, create a file object pointing to the file, just the first .text. Store that file in the object. Okay. With open, I know, my watch is like, get up. Just the first .text as first line doc. Oh. Save the first line of just the first to the very first. Okay, first line equals just the first. Oh wait, is it first line doc? No, it's first line doc. First line doc dot read line parentheses. Print out the variable first line. Print first line. You do look, my son, in a moved sort. What does that mean? I got up too much. Now I'm in Germany. Huh? I feel like this is leading towards JSON if it hasn't been covered already. Y'all know me. I'm about to tell you to press X to JSON. Jason. I love Heavy Rain. Did I tell y'all I ordered a PS3 version of Heavy Rain so I could finally platinum it on PS3? I only have one trophy left on PS3 and I need to get all of the endings. And that's it. So I'm going to follow a guide. Reading a file is all well and good, but what if we want to create a file of our own? With Python, we can do just that. It turns out that our open function that we're using to open a file to read needs another argument to open a file to write to. With open generated file.text, comma W. Oh. Here we pass the argument W to open in order to indicate to open the file in write mode. The default argument is R, and passing R to open opens the file in read mode, as we've been doing. So the default argument is read only. So if you want to write, it has to be W. Okay. Create new file. Open parentheses file name comma W. The strings are throwing me off. W equals write mode. R equals read only. Quoting from the PHP CEO on Twitter 11 years ago, it has come to my attention that someone called Jason has been encoding and decoding data in our app. Please change your passwords. You're learning the joys of stringly typed programming. And by joys, you mean confusion. This code creates a new file in the same folder as script.py and gives it the text, "What an incredible file." Oh, dot write. I totally missed the dot write thing. File name dot write text. Okay. It's important to note that if there's already a file called generated file, it will completely overwrite that file, erasing whatever its contents were before. Hell yeah. Love that. That's so fun. That's going to bite me in the ass when I start getting into this. Okay. Create a file object for the file badbands.txt using the open function with the argument W. Assign this object to the temporary variable badbands.doc. Okay, so with open, and then it's file name badbands.txt, comma W as badbands.doc. Use the badbands.doc.write method to add the name of a musical group you dislike to the document. Dislike. Oh, they're getting messy. Badbands.doc.write. And then I put method to add the name of a musical group you dislike to the badbands. Oh. What do I put? Moonbeam ice cream. and then print bad bands doc. They didn't tell me to do this. I broke it because I haven't opened it. Okay, hold on. I need to do with open bad bands dot text. I guess I could do comma R. I don't really have to, but as bad bands. Oh wait, I didn't consider this part. As bad bands. Bad bands dot read print bad bands. Will that work? Okay. I broke it. Julian, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're about 50 subs away from DK time. Wait, was it? Hold on. Oh, I needed to save it as a variable. I'm silly. Bad bands lol equals bad bands dot read. And then this would be bad bands lol. Moonbeam ice cream. Appending to a file. So maybe completely deleting and overwriting existing files is something that bothers you. How did they know? Isn't there a way to just add a line to a file without completely deleting it? Of course there is. Instead of opening the file using the argument W for write mode, we use it for A for append mode. A equals append mode. Generated file.txt. This was a popular file. Then we can add another line to that file with the following code. Oh, and we use write. Oh, dude, I'm so sick of the forward dash n stuff. I'm tired. I don't like it. In the code above, we open a file object in the temporary variable gen file. This variable points to the file generated file.txt. And since it's open in append mode, adds the string n, and it still is to the file. The new line character /n moves to the next line before adding the rest of the string. If you were to open the file after running the script, it would look like this. Notice that opening the file in append mode with A as an argument to open means that using the file object's write method appends whatever is passed to the end of the file. If we were to run script.py again, this would be what generated file text looks like. We appended it a second time. This is because script.py we open it in append mode. Okay. We've got a file cooldogs.txt filled with all the cool dogs we know. That's all of them. I know it means new line, but it confuses me. What's /t? What does that one do? Somehow, while compiling this list, we forgot about one very cool dog. Let's fix that problem by adding him to our cool dogs text. Open up our file cool dogs text in append mode and assign it to the file object cool dogs. Okay, so with open cool dogs text, and it was A as cool dogs file. Inside your with block, add airbuddy /n to cool dogs text. Airbuddy is a golden retriever that plays basketball, which more than qualifies it for the list. The end character moves to the next line after appending the string. But if it, okay, so my question is, if the / is within the string, wouldn't it print airbuddy /n? Or / or whatever it's called. Wouldn't it print that as the string? That's what confuses me about this. No? But it's within the it's within the quotation. So if it's within the quotation, wouldn't it? I know we'll find out, but it's just confusing why it doesn't print that part. / does special things. New line is an invisible character. Okay. I believe whatever you guys say. Okay, so it's cool dogs file dot write airbuddy /n. So then with open cool dogs dot text as cool dogs cool doggies equals cool dogs dot read print cool doggies. Oh, I added everybody twice. I did the thing it told me it was going to happen. So how do you not run it twice? How do you not add it twice on accident? If we were to run it again, it looks like this. So how do you stop it from doing that? by not adding it twice. You guys are so helpful. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm so grateful for you. What's with? This is learning Python in a nutshell. It's total gibberish. It's English and Python, which is already English, so it's just complete gibberish. We've been opening these files with this with block so far, but it seems a little weird that we can only use our file variable in the indented block. Why is that? The with keyword invokes something called a context manager for the file that we're calling open on. This context manager takes care of opening the file when we call open and then closing the file after we leave the indented block. Why is closing the file so complicated? Well, most other aspects of our code deal with things that Python itself controls. All the variables you create, integers, lists, dictionaries, these are all Python objects, and Python knows how to clean them up when it's done with them. Since your files exist outside your Python script, we need to tell Python when we're done with them so that it can close the connection. That makes sense. Leaving a file connection open unnecessarily can affect performance or impact other programs on your computer that might be trying to access that file. That makes sense. I get that. The with syntax replaces older ways to access files where you need to call .close. So maybe if I .close the appended file, it won't add AirBuddy a second time because I've closed it. And so it will stop the appending. You need to call .close on the file object manually. We can still open up a file and append to it with the old syntax as long as we remember to close the file connection afterwards. Can you follow me? Can you follow me? It's my first time going live today. Fun Cities file, open Fun Cities A, write Montreal, Fun Cities file.close. So then it won't append twice, I think. In the above script, we've added Montreal as a new line in our file funcities.txt. However, since we used the older style syntax, we had to remember to close the file afterwards. Since this is necessarily more verbose, requires at least one more line of code, without being any more expressive, using with is preferred. In script.py, there's a file object that doesn't get closed correctly. Let's fix it by changing the syntax. Remove this line, close this file, open, okay. And change it to use the with syntax from our previous exercises. Remember to indent the rest of the body so that we don't get an indent. Okay, so with open fun file.txt, I keep forgetting this part, as close this file, and then we indent these. Remember to indent the rest of the body so we don't get it. Okay. What did the pirate say when he turned 80? Oh my God, it's a setup. What did the pirate say when he turned 80? What do you think the punchline's going to be? What do y'all think the punchline's going to be? They just left us hanging? I'm 80. I'm 80. They just moved on. They just moved on past that. If I was doing that by myself and I didn't know the punchline, I would have been pissed. And on that note, I'm going to take a quick stretch break. All right, let's get back to coding. I'm learning a CSV file. I know that from Twitch. Date everything really is screw your furniture simulator, isn't it? I'm locked in the basement. Help, please. No, Jay is fine. She's fine. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. Okay? Jay, do you prefer they or she? Because I remember in the Discord it says she, they, but also my pronoun extension hasn't worked on Twitch in months, so I can't see either. Okay. So if I say your pronouns wrong, I'm really sorry. My pronoun extension just hasn't worked in months, and I can't get it to work. I've reinstalled it like a bunch of times, and no one's pronouns show up anymore. So, okay, CSV file. Text files aren't the only thing that Python can read, but they're the only thing that we don't need any additional parsing library to understand. CSV files are an example of a text file that impose a structure to their data. So like a table, like a table. CSV stands for comma separated values, and CSV files are usually the way that data from spreadsheet software like Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets is exported into a portable format. So you separate it with commas. So is it, I wonder if you put them in the string or after the string and have it be a list of strings. Interesting. Not the moonbeam ice cream. Not the moonbeam ice cream. God. All these people just got doxxed. I don't know how to say this. These are all regulars in my Twitch chat, and they all just got doxxed. So I hope that's okay. In a CSV file, that exact same data would be rendered like this. Name, username, email, new line, Roger Smith, R. Smith, Wiggins, Ryan. Wiggins? Oops. But is there a string? Notice that the first row of the CSV file doesn't actually represent any data, just the labels of the data that present in the rest of the file. The rest of the rows of the file are the same as the rows in the spreadsheet software. Just instead of being separated into different cells, they're separated by, well, I suppose it's fair to say they're separated by commas. Open logger.csv using our standard with syntax. Okay, with open logger.csv as log CSV file. I just realized how much I've learned in my life because I got bored. I'm CPR certified because I was bored. I know how to sew because I was bored. I know how to take apart my electronics and fix them and clean them because I was bored. Boredom is powerful. That's a powerful tool. Oh my God. Technically, CSV doesn't actually require commas. I've had to do files in the past using other separators like semicolon because the comma was a normal value in the field. That's what I was thinking. This is where like the like functions within a string really kill me. You can marry people to, yeah, I'm an ordained minister because I got bored. I think next I'm gonna get certified to be a notary. So I think I might do that too because I'm just bored. And then I could notarize people's documents. I'm just bored. Print out the context of logger.csv by calling read on the file. Notice that it is parsed as a string. Calling .read on the file. So print out the context of logger CSV by calling .read on the file. So I can just do print log CSV file .read. Does that even work? Oh, it does work. Oh, that looks like shit. This looks like shit. This looks like shit. Oh, that looks like shit. I was a notary before. It's fun. How long does being a notary last? Do you have to renew it like every year or something? Most parents are parents because they got bored. Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's like me and my parents. They had a one-night stand. They had me. Never got married, and now they hate each other. Let's move on. Recall our CSV file from our last exercise, users.csv. Even though we can read these lines as text without problem, there are ways to access the data in a format better suited for programming purposes. In Python, we can convert that data into a dictionary. We learned dictionaries last week. Excuse me. Using the CSV library's DictReader object. So you import CSV because it's a library. Here's how we'd create a list of the email addresses of all the users in the above table. Import CSV, list of email addresses. I know this is important, but like I'm never going to do this. I'm just going to open Google Sheets. Once you get it, it's mostly paying your dues to government. Hard is getting the paper first, and by hard, merely making sure you're no felon. Oh, well, I can do that. DictReader. The DictReader. You heard me. Import CSV list of email addresses with open users.csv new line. Wait, hold on. Why are we doing new line? Okay, this is getting confusing. I could do all this, or I could open Google Sheets. When you're messing with large data sets, Python is helpful. Okay, I believe you. Why are you never going to use this unless you're just never going to use Python? Why would I open a CSV file in this if I could open it or like make one in like what's the usage for this for me? I guess is my question. The official Python documentation is your, oh, don't you worry. I'm Googling. I'd be Googling. This is crazy work. I'm not going to remember all this like I am the other ones. The use is if you want to do things to the spreadsheet. But if I want to do things to the spreadsheet, wouldn't it be easier to open it in the program? If you have a Google Sheet and you want to use it in your Python broken, what does that mean? You can do advanced stuff. Oh, okay. This is not really to edit the spreadsheet, but rather if you need to access its data in a Python program. Oh, that's right, because we're trying to teach our program to learn how to read data. Okay, sorry. I took my eyes off the prize for a second. Thank you. Thank you. You're right. List of email addresses equals empty dictionary. Wait, if it's an empty dictionary, don't we want the curly brackets? This is making a, oh no, they want a list. Okay, this is a lot. In the above code, we first import our CSV library, which gives us the tools to parse our CSV file. I'm gonna do that now because I think they're gonna want me to do it. We then create the empty list of email addresses, which will later populate with the email addresses from our CSV. Then we open the users.csv file with the temporary variable users CSV. Jesus Christ. Okay. I wonder if this is how games like Mass Effect remember your decisions. Like, I wonder if, I mean, because I know obviously Mass Effect was not coded in Python, but I wonder if they have their own version of like reading files where it's like, okay, if you saved Caden, it changes the file to this. And if you saved Ashley, it changes the file to this. And then later in the game, it reads a file that says which was saved. Oh, okay, it's this. That's database. Oh, well, there you go. At the end of the day, a CSV file is just a way to store and organize data. This is a way to interact with that data. Okay, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. We pass the additional keyword argument new line to the file opening open function so that we don't accidentally mistake a line break in one of our data fields as a new row in our. Oh, interesting. Okay. God, this is a lot. God damn, this is really overwhelming. Okay, open up the cool CSV.csv and the temporary variable. Okay, with open cool CSV.csv and the temporary variable as cool CSV file. Using CSV.DictReader, read the contents of cool CSV file into a new variable called cool CSV. Oh my God. A large portion of what I do is reading in CSV files, validating or changing data, and outputting a new CSV file. Or sometimes reading a database to build out a CSV file. Okay. Not Michael saying, sounds boring. Have you considered writing a program to do that? Well, the thing is, my brain was like, why would I create a CSV file in Python if I could just do it in Google Sheets? But then y'all reminded me, this is so your program can read data from a file. And I went, I forgot. I forgot. Okay. So do I need to user reader equals CSV.DictReader? Oh, CSV.DictReader, because that's the library we imported. Okay. read the contents of cool CSV file into a new variable called, okay, cool CSV dict equals CSV.DictReader cool CSV file? Oh, I did it. Okay. Cool CSV.CSV includes a cool fact about every person in the CSV. For each row in cool CSV dict printout, that row's cool fact. Okay. So, so this would be 4 line in cool CSV dict. Oh my God. 4 line in cool CSV dict. What would I print? Print line? Print line? No. What would I make it? 4 line in cool CSV dict print. For each row, how would I find that? You can use 4. Oh, you have to tell it what row. So it would be quotation cool fact. Okay, so, well, I guess the variable doesn't matter, but just to make it easier, I'll just do this. Print row bracket cool fact. Okay. Unexpected indent on line 5. But doesn't it need to be within the block? Or does it not need to be in the block? Oh, I indented too far. Okay. Has never been out of the country, published a small biography on a local legend, happened across a major movie star while biking once ate 3 packages of cookies in one sitting. Only once? Only once? Has a dog named Peanut. While working a phone bank, accidentally called their mother. Can whistle the national anthem of 12 different nations. Is triple jointed. Only 3? Only once? Only 3? Okay. Reading different types of CSV files. I need to level with you. I've been lying to you for the past 2 exercises. Well, kind of. We've been acting like CSV files are comma-separated values files. It's true that CSV stands for that, but it's also true that other ways of separating values are valid to CSV files these days. People used to call tab-separated... Oh, we're doing the T! This is what someone else said that they loved. Someone else said they loved T. People used to call tab-separated values TSV files, but as other separators grew in popularity, everyone realized that creating a new .a through z SV file format for every value separating character used is not sustainable. So we call all files with a list of different values a CSV file, and then use different delimiters like a comma or tab to indicate where the different values start and stop. Didn't expect Python today, 10 out of 10. Girl, Python didn't expect me. Python did not expect me. Let's say we had an address book. Since addresses usually use commas in them, we'll need to use a different delimiter for our information. Since none of our data has semicolons in them, we can use those. So then how does it know that the comma, if it's a CSV, how does it know that the comma isn't the separator and the semicolon is? That's what's interesting to me, because if it's a CSV, you'd assume that it would be like, oh, comma, I'm going to separate it here. Maybe it's because you define it early. I don't know. This is very interesting. Notice that the \n character, this is the escape sequence for a new line. The possibility of a new line escaped by a \n character in our data is why we pass the new line keyword argument to the open function. You lost me, pal. You lost me. I prefer using either a tab or a pipe as the delimiter because you're not likely to have either of those in your data. That's really smart. Yeah, I don't use the long line for anything, the pipe. You blew it, buddy. You blew it. No, sometimes the way they word this is so good and sometimes it's awful. And I just get really confused. The possibility of a new line escaped by and characters in our data is why we pass the new line keyword argument to the open function. Also notice that many of these addresses have commas in them. This is okay. We'll still be able to read it. If we wanted to, say, print out all the addresses in a CSV file, we could do the following. Oh, Jesus Christ. We jumped so far. With open addresses.csv new line equals empty string as addresses CSV. Sorry. Oh, you tell it what the delimiter is. Oh, you can define it? Interesting. Okay. Import CSV. Open the file books.csv in the variable. Okay. With open books.csv every single fucking time I forget to do this. Do I do the new line argument here? New line equals, okay, as books CSV. Oh, sorry. Create a DictReader instance that uses the @ as a delimiter to read books.csv. Save the results in variable called booksreader. Okay, DictReader, I need help on this one. Booksreader equals CSV.DictReader, and then that would be for books CSV, comma delimiter? Comma delimiter equals @ symbol. Save the result in a variable. Okay. Ooh! Create a list called ISBN list. ISBN list equals, and then iterate through books reader to get the ISBN number of every book in the CSV file using the ISBN key for dictionary. Okay. So, oh, we just did this. How goes the coding? Dude, this one had like a pretty gnarly difficulty spike for me. Yeah, I'm not looking at chat. So just say whatever. I'm not reading it. I've gotten to the point where if I need a hint, I don't go to chat anymore. I just go here. Iterate through every books reader. Okay, for book in books reader. ISBN list dot append books reader dot read oh my god, I forgot how to do this. We just did it 2 seconds ago. ISBN. I didn't do that right. No. Okay. Next self.reader. What line is this? Line 102. Oh, line 7. For book in books reader. IO operation on closed file. But I didn't close it. Do I have to do it? Maybe I have to do it within the with block. Hold on. What if I put it? DictReader object has no attribute read. Did you mean reader? I forgot how to do this. Print. Oh, it's just print. But I wanted to add it to the list. So what if it's, let's append print book ISBN. Will that work? Well, it kind of worked. Did not match, was none. What? None? But it worked. I'm going to read this again. Create a list called ISBN list. Iterate through books reader to get the ISBN number of every book in the CSV file. Use the ISBN key for the dictionary objects passed through it. Am I dumb? It worked. They all printed out on the right. Print book ISBN. How do they want me to do this? To create the ISBN list, you can initialize an empty list. That's what I did. Then inside a loop that goes through each row in books reader, you can append the ISBN number from each row to the list. Remember, you can access the ISBN number from a row using the ISBN key. Do I have to write row? But I did it, though. But I did it. What the fuck? What if I don't even do print? What if I just do row ISBN? Oh, they didn't want the print. Okay. Okay. What's frustrating is that she's figuring out the concept. She's just struggling with the glue between the lessons. Girl, I promise you it's frustrating for me too. Trust and believe it's frustrating for me too. This is why I kind of didn't really want to stream this anymore, is because it's frustrating for me and then it's also frustrating for you. So nobody's having fun. It's frustrating for me because people give me the answer when I want to figure it out by myself. You guys, a bunch of you were telling me don't print it, but I don't want you to tell me what the answer is because I want to have the ability to problem solve on my own without someone behind me going, "Oh, it's that." You know what I mean? So that part is frustrating for me, and then it's frustrating for you because I'm still trying. I'm learning. I'm a beginner. I'm still trying to learn. I've only started learning how to code in January or something, and I've only done weekly, one lesson a week. So I think that's kind of why I did a couple lessons off stream, is just because if it's frustrating for everybody, then I don't want to do it. But I'm gonna have dumb questions because I'm new here. I'm a baby. I'm a baby. I'm just 12. I'm 12 years old. Okay, writing a CSV file. Naturally, if we have the ability to read different CSV files, we might want to be able to programmatically create CSV files that save output and data that someone could load into their spreadsheet software. Let's say we have a big list of data that we want to save into a CSV file. We could do the following. Big list, name, Frederickstein, user ID is admin, false, name, Wiltmore, okay. So are they all, is it a list of dictionaries? Is that why they're in curly cues? You're supposed to import CSV at the top. Actually, when you import, you're supposed to do it at the top. Actually, output right header. Oh, right header is a new one. Output writer, right row. Oh, header and row. I need something with caffeine in it. In our code above, we had a set of dictionaries with the same keys for each, a prime candidate for a CSV. We import the CSV library and then open a new CSV file in write mode by passing the W argument to the open function. We then define the fields we're going to be using into a variable called fields. Fields equals, okay, so that's the list. Then define the fields we're going to be using into a variable called fields. We then instantiate our CSV writer object and pass two arguments. The first is output CSV, the file handler object. The second is our list of fields. God damn. You're getting the lesson and you're understanding what they're teaching you. You're just not keeping all of the knowledge you've learned so far at the front of your mind. So the things unrelated to the current lesson, like function return values, slip through. Oh, yeah. Because I learned about function return values like 5 months ago. And I've only done one lesson a week. And then also I had time off for like St. Jude time. I couldn't code at all because I was so busy. So like I've had like huge breaks and stuff. So a lot of it is gone. It'll come back. It's fine. With open output.csvw as output CSV fields name user ID is admin output writer CSV.DictReader. Dick Writer? Ew. Right header. Right row. What? Not Dick Writer. Oh my God. Okay. Dude, this lesson is hard. Y'all weren't kidding about files. Now that we've instantiated our CSV file writer, we can start adding lines to the file itself. First, we want the headers, so we call write header on the writer object. This writes all the fields passed to field names as the first row in our file. Then we iterate through our big list of data. Each item in big list is a dictionary oh my God, is a dictionary with each field and fields as the keys. We call output writer.write row with the item right row. Scooby-Doo if he coded. Right row. Look, listen. I'm feeling a little delusional. We're losing her. I'm leaving. Right row. Anyways. Okay. Import CSV. Open the file logger.csv in the temporary variable. Okay. With open logger. Oh, Jesus Christ. Logger.csv, W as logger CSV. Create a CSV DictReader instance called logwriter. Pass log CSV as the first argument, and then the fields as the keyword argument. I've only got like 2 slides left. We're gonna make it. I wanted to tell you that watching you do this inspired me to sit down and work on the coding course I'm working through, and I immediately cracked this thing I was stuck on. Oh my God! Yay! At least one of us is getting it. That makes me so happy. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. That's very, very kind. And good for you. You did that. Sometimes you just need a break on something. I'm the same way with learning a dance. Sometimes I just need to sleep on it, you know? Thank you for saying that. That made my day. Okay, create a CSV.DictWriter instance called logwriter. So it would be logwriter equals CSV.DictWriter pass logger CSV and fields as a keyword argument to the keyword field name. Wait, hold on. Logwriter, pass logger CSV as the first argument, and then fields as a keyword argument to the keyword field names. Oh, field names equals, okay. Wait, so I don't need these. Keyword field names equals fields. Write the header to logwriter using the write header method. I'm going to need the example. Output writer equals CSV.DictReader. But I did the DictReader thing already. Oh, they want me to, do they want me to do this? Output writer.write header. With the header to log writer using the write header method. I can feel my brain stop working. Today's a terrible day to be coding. Getting home at 11 p.m. from a long day of traveling, after traveling all weekend, this was the worst day. Okay, so the syntax is output writer dot write header for item in whatever. There's nothing that says big list though. Where did they put big list in here? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm really struggling with this one. Write the header to log writer using the write. Okay, so log writer dot write header. Iterate through the access log list and add each element to the CSV using log writer dot write row. For log in access log. Element to the CSV. Oh, so wait. Add each element to the CSV using log writer dot write row. Log writer dot write row, and then it would be the log. Okay. Hi, Sadler Gamer. Hi. Oh, here we go, baby. It's time. Y'all knew this was coming. You guys did say that JSON was coming. I could have said that a different way. Y'all did that. Y'all did say that JSON was on his way. It has come to my attention that someone called Jason has been encoding and decoding data. Can that be a copy pasta? All right, here we go. CSV isn't the only file format that Python has a built-in library for. We can also use Python's file tools to read and write JSON. JSON, an abbreviation of JavaScript Object Notation, is a file format inspired by the programming language JavaScript. Do people still code in JavaScript? Do people still do that? Is JavaScript still a thing? Yes, that's cool. The name like CSV is a bit of a misnomer. Some JSON is not valid JavaScript, and plenty of JavaScript is not valid JSON. Fun! They're like JSON is JavaScript, but also like it's not. The entire web. Oh, every browser has JavaScript. Oh, cool. JSON's format is endearingly similar to Python dictionary syntax, and so JSON files might be easy to read from a Python developer standpoint. Nonetheless, Python comes with a JSON package that will help us parse JSON files into actual Python dictionaries. Suppose we have a JSON file like the following. Okay. We could be able to read that in we would be able to read that in as a Python dictionary with the following code. Import JSON with open JSON as purchased JSON. So it's the same syntax. First we import JSON package. Okay, import JSON. Purchase data equals, oh, it's dot load. Jason's dumping his load? He's doing what? Jason is a DictReader? Python got freaky. So we use dot load instead of dot read. JSON dot load. Open the file message.json. Open. Oh God. With open message.json as message JSON. Open the file in read mode without passing any additional arguments to open. Pass the JSON file object as an argument to json.load and save the resulting Python dictionary as message. So if it's a dictionary, would it be message equals curly brackets? JSON.load equals, or no, JSON.load message JSON. Dict. Oh, I'm supposed to use dict? Oh, do I not need the curly brackets at all? Okay, sick. When they taught me dictionaries, they say when you make a new dictionary, you put the fucking curly brackets. Use your dict. I'm fucking trying. Godfiend, you got here at the freakiest time of learning Python. We've got DictReaders. We're learning about JSON's load. Yeah, I heard. Okay, well, you're going to hear again. Print out message text. Print message. Wait, what's the text? Message text. Text. Now that's JSON. Secret text. Now that's some serious JSON. Wait, so what happens if I put text in here? Oh. So how are you supposed to know that that's what it's called if it doesn't show up in here? I'm assuming I wasn't supposed to see the secret text. Secret text. Now that's some serious JSON. You just need to know beforehand. Oh, okay. So this is just getting me used to the the syntax. Oh my God. I need to take a nap. You can't always know what format the JSON will be, and this is fun and never causes problem. I know, dude, when they were introducing JSON, they said JSON reads JavaScript files, but sometimes it's not JavaScript and sometimes it's not JSON. And I was like, great. That's so great. That's so great. Oh my God. I love coding. Thank you. Okay. Naturally, we can use the JSON library to translate Python objects to JSON as well. This is especially useful in instances where you're using a Python library to serve web pages. You would also be able to serve JSON. I want JSON to serve me. I'm a feminist. Let's say we had a Python dictionary we wanted to save as a JSON file. Turn to JSON. Event ID. Oh, these tabs are fun. Oh, this is fun. It looks broken. It looks broken. We'd be able to create a JSON file with that information by doing the following. Import JSON with open, output.json, write, as JSON file, JSON dump. First JSON blows his load and then JSON has the nerve to take a dump? What the fuck is Jason's problem? What the hell? We import the JSON module, open up a write module file under the variable JSON file, and then use the JSON dump method to write to the file. Why the fuck is it called dump? Girl, dump him. Like, nothing about dump makes me think I will write this file. It's just an interesting choice for a function. And then use the JSON dump method to write to the file. JSON.dump takes two arguments. First, the data object, then the file you want to save. Great. Okay. Import JSON. I'm having so much fun today. I don't know what the next lesson is. I already forgot, but I hope it's way more fun than this. Open a new file object in the variable data JSON. The file name should be Data.json. Okay. With open data.json as data JSON. God damn it, I can't type. Oh, write mode. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Sorry. Called JSON dump with the data payload and data JSON to convert our data to JSON and then save it to the file data.json. I love gibberish. This is all starting to sound like Simlish to me. Girl, I can't stop laughing, dude. I deserve this for trying to learn how to code after traveling all weekend. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I spent all morning just like getting groceries, unpacking, doing laundry, taking care of the cats. I'm tired. Okay, JSON dump, turn to JSON, JSON file. Okay, that seems easy enough. JSON.dump, and then the file is last, and then data payload is first. So data payload, comma, data JSON is the file. Yay, okay, that wasn't so bad. I'm just gonna be confused about dump. Review, now you know all about files. I sure do. Let's leave. Let's leave. Oh God, it's the quiz. Okay, I gotta lock in. Everyone shut up. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. If you tell me the answer, I don't care because I'm not reading the chat. Actually, I'm gonna minimize the chat, which is what I did last time, and it helped a lot. Because if I'm gonna fail, I need to just fail. Okay, so I've minimized chat. Sorry, y'all can speak to yourselves. What method reads a single line from a file object a variable called file object? Read line. Yay! Which of the following methods on a file object called file object reads the contents of a file and returns it as a string? Wouldn't that just be read? Because y'all told me it comes back as one string, not a list of strings. I know that because of you guys. Oh no, the site is broken. Oh fuck. Okay, maybe there's only 3 options. What does the with command do in Python? Creates a context manager which performs cleanup after exiting the adjacent indented block. Opens a file in read mode. No, that's open. Imports a new module for use. No, it's this one. Which of the following opens a file in Python? They didn't teach me about pass. What's pass? Don't answer that. I can't read the chat anyway. Opens a file would be this one. No, this one, because it's a string. Which of the following would you use to read in a CSV file as a dictionary? Read as a dictionary? DictReader, baby. What different modes pass as arguments to the open function are there for opening a file? So it's W for write, R for read only, which is the default, and then it was A for append. This one. Yay! What function would you use to render Python data to a JSON file? Render Python data to a JSON file would be dump. How did I get those all right? How did I absolutely crush that quiz? When we learned about dictionaries, I felt like I understood it so much more, and then I failed the quiz. This one, I felt like I understood nothing, and I got everything right. I dumped Jason. I dumped Jason. What was the next one? Hacking the Fender. Oh, it's a project! Oh, we got a project to do. Okay. Okay, we got a project. Okay. Hacking the Fender. Use your knowledge of Python files to take down an evil hacker once and for all. This is how I finally kill Godfiend. Go for it. Dump his ass. So dump his sorry ass. You're a smart girl. No joke. Thank you for specifying no joke, because if any of my regulars called me a smart girl, I would know they were being sarcastic. So thank you. Thank you so much. New, get AI-generated hints when you need help to complete a task. I don't think I will do that. I don't think I will do that. Okay. Hacking the Fender. The Fender, a notorious computer hacker and general villain of the people, has compromised several top secret passwords, including your own. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is threefold. You must acquire access to the Fender's systems. You must update his passwords.csv file to scramble the secret data. The last thing you need to do is add the signature of /null, a different hacker whose nefarious deeds could be very conveniently halted by the Fender if they viewed /null as a threat. This is like watching Big Brother, but like the nerd version, you know? No, that's okay, BDSL. I don't need it right now, but thank you. I can also just Google it, so it's fine. Use your knowledge of working with Python files to retrieve, manipulate, obscure, and create data in your quest for justice. Thank you, JJ. I appreciate it. It's very sweet. Work with CSV files and other text files in this exploration of the strength of Python file programming. If you get stuck during this video, check out the project walkthrough video, which can be found in the help menu. Okay. So this one I may ask y'all for help because they don't ever have hints. So if I fuck something up, I might actually ask for help. Are you there? We've opened up a communications link to the Fender's secret computer. We need you to write a program that will read in the compromised usernames and passwords that are stored in a file called passwords.csv. First, import CSV. Hello. Hi, baby. Right on time. 2 hours of coding. You always come to say hi. Hello, my sweet boy. Yeah. Meow. Hi, baby. He always comes at the 2-hour mark. No. You either are on the floor or in my arms. Those are your options. He chose the floor. He chose the floor. Okay. Import CSV, since we'll need to be parsing in the data. Okay. We need to create a list of users whose passwords have been compromised. Create a new list, save it to the variable compromised users equals empty list. Next, we'll need you to open up the file itself, store it in a file object called password file. Okay, so with open up the file itself, store it in a file object called but what's the file name? Oh, passwords.csv. Okay, open passwords.csv as password file. Okay. Pass the password file object holder to our CSV reader for parsing. Save the parse CSV.DictReader object as password. Oh, okay. This is where I'm going to get confused. Coding stream, no brain. No brain. Dancing stream, also no brain. Gaming stream, no brain. Coffee stream, shockingly no brain. No one wants to work these days. It's like nobody wants to work these days. Pass the password file object holder to our CSV reader for parsing. Save the parse object as password CSV. Okay. Password CSV equals CSV DictReader password file. I hope I did that right. I didn't get an error, so. Okay, now we'll want to iterate through each of the lines in the CSV. Create a for loop and save each row of the CSV into the temporary variable password row. Okay. Temporary variable password row. So for row in password CSV, password row equals save each row equals, or would it be plus equals row? No. Password row. No. Temporary variable password row. So maybe I do password row. Oh, but I can't make an empty variable. Huh. Password row equals row? That feels wrong. Okay, chat, yes or no question. Is this right? Yes or no? I feel like it's not. Maybe? Yes, I think. I don't know. You guys, I love y'all. I love y'all. You give me the answer when I don't want it, and when I do want it, you don't give me the answer. I'm gonna keep moving on, and I guess later on I'll get an error if it's not right. So we'll just keep moving on. Inside your for loop, print out password row username. This is the username of the person whose password was compromised. Run your code. Do you see a list of usernames? Okay, so print password row, and then the key is username. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, it worked. Okay, it worked. Hi, I'm a wannabe. How are you? Like I said, I'm just happy to be here. Like I said, I'm just happy to be in a place that'll take me. Just happy to be in a place I'm not banned yet. I gotta start saying that in new streams. If I ever come in and I say, hey, streamer, what's up? And they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, just happy to be in a place that I'm not banned yet. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, no, we have a lot more. Okay. Remove the print statement. We want to add each username to a list of compromised users. Use the list append method to add the username to compromised users instead of printing them. Okay, so that would be compromised users dot append, because we already made it up here, and then it would be each user. It would be password row, right? Let's try printing it. Print compromised users. Oh, Jesus. I mean, oh no, I need to put, I didn't put the key in there. Username. Okay, we did it. I'm glad I printed that. Exit out of your with block for passwords.csv. We have all the data we need from that file. Start a new with block, opening a file called compromiseusers.txt. Open this file in write mode, saving the file object. Okay, so with open compromised users.txt as compromised user file. Inside the new context managed block opened by the with statement, start a new for loop. Iterate over each of your compromised users. For user in compromised users, write the username of each compromised user and compromised users to write the username of each compromised user in compromised users to compromised user file. Do I have to write all this? Can't I just put user? For compromised user in compromised users, compromised user file. I didn't put this in write mode. Forgot to put it in write mode. Is it? Oh shit. Is it dot write or is it? I stopped taking notes when I started getting confused. It's about time Avery learned about foobar. What the fuck is foobar? What's foobar? Is that Sims language? Is this Simlish? What's up? Nothing much. Having a beer, coding stuff. You? Can I tell y'all? I don't like beer. I mean, I don't drink anyway. I haven't drinked. I'm never going to hear the end of that, am I? No, and it's already begun. Okay, cool. I haven't had a drink in years, but even when I did used to drink, beer is disgusting. Hi, Connie. How are you? Beer's gross. But also, I live in America, so everything is gross. Beer's not good. No. So if there's any Germans in chat, I'm talking about American, not yours, okay? Yeah, it's American. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. For compromised user, in compromised users, write the username of each compromised user in compromised users to compromised user file. So it would be compromised user file dot write and then compromised user. I didn't get an error, so I think it's right. I didn't get an error. Exit out of that with block. You're doing great so far. We've got the data we need to employ as insurance against the Fender. Thank you for saying I'm doing great. You can print to check things. So that's what people were telling me before, but I don't really understand the concept. So people were telling me you can print your code, like the whole code. But then I was like, well, then it'll just show up the same on here as it would over here. So I get a little confused. Or I guess I could do print compromised user file. Mode W. Oh, it's still in write mode. So what was the thing it told me to do to like close it out? Can I close it? Print a oh, okay. Don't print. They want to see passwords. They want to see passwords. I'm going to start crying. I'm going to start crying. Python has a built-in function for every object that prints a representation of the state. They just mean that you can print a variable, any variable, to see what its state is at the moment. So it looks like this is still in write mode. So I'm like trying to, it's closed automatically. You can open a file in read mode and print file dot read. Oh, I haven't learned about, oh, wait, so, okay, so it would be print compromised user file dot read. IO operation on closed file. Okay, well that didn't work. I'm just gonna keep going and hope that I am doing okay. Import JSON. Open a new JSON file in write mode called bossmessage.json. Save the file object to the, okay. Open, nope. With open bossmessage.json as boss message. Oh, okay, I fucked up. Expected an index. Oh. Expected an indented block after with statement on line 17. I did indent. Okay, whatever. I'm just going to keep going. Create a Python dictionary object within your with statement that relays a boss message. Call this boss message dict. Give it a recipient key with the value the boss. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So boss message dict. Is this DictReader? I think this is DictReader. I don't remember how to do any of this, and I just learned it. Give it a recipient key. DictReader boss message with the key. Key comes first and then value after. So that would be recipient, comma, the boss. Also give it a message key with the value mission success. Oh, I have to give it another key? Oh. How do I separate them? Would I just do another comma? Comma, message, comma, mission success. Okay. No such file or directory boss message.json. Oh, in write mode. Name boss message dict is not defined. Did you mean boss message? Oh, would it be boss message dict equals boss? Oh my God, dude. Boss message dot DictReader recipient, and then would these be in? Object has no attribute DictReader. Oh my fucking God. I don't remember what to write here. Is it load? Create a Python dictionary object with, but it's DictReader, so I thought that would make it a dictionary. Call this boss message dict. It's cold in here. Sorry, it's kind of cold. I have to write my load on my boss dict. Create a Python dictionary object within your with statement that relays a boss message. Call this boss message dict. Give it a recipient key with a value, the boss. Boss message.DictReader. Is it load? No, I'm still getting the same. DictReader? No. Oh. Attribute error, IO text, IO wrapper. Object has no attribute. Object has no attribute DictReader? Well, why not? I don't really know what to put here. And the only other thing I could do is ask AI, and I don't fucking want to do that. Recipient the boss message mission success. But then what about boss message? What about boss message? Oh, it doesn't even want that. Give it a recipient key with the value of the boss. So it would literally be curly brackets. Okay. Recipient colon the boss, comma, message colon mission success. That's not how they is that how they taught me to do it? This feels different. Write out boss message dict to boss message using JSON dump. Okay, well, at least it tells me to dump this time. Write out boss message dict to boss message using JSON dumped. Okay, so Would it be boss message? Oh my God. Equals JSON.dump boss message dict? No, of course not. Missing one required positional argument, FP. What's FP? Write out boss message dict to boss message. Is it the other way around? I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Write out boss message dict to boss message using JSON.dump. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do what you guys keep screaming at me. How to use JSON.dump. Oh, I did it all wrong. So it would be JSON.dump, and then it would take data out file. So would it be boss message dict to boss message? Thank you, Google. Okay, Google, how can I make Jason dump his load? Hey, Google. Now that we've safely recovered the compromised users, we'll want to remove the passwords.csv file completely. Create a new with block. Here we go again. With open new passwords.csv as write mode. I keep skipping write mode. As new passwords object. Oh. Enemy of the people / null is who we want the Fender to think was behind this attack. He has a signature. Whenever he hacks someone, he adds this signature to one of the files he touches. Here's the signature. You got hacked / null. It's not very readable. The ASCII art. What if the signature was like pregnant Mario or something? It's like, oh, you got / null's calling card is pregnant Sonic. Is pregnant Sonic. Okay. Save that as a multi-line string to the variable / null sig. Save that as a multi-line string to the variable. Okay, so it's / null sig. Multi-line string. Is that where I come in with the new line thing? Multi-line string to the variable. Well, if it's a multi-line string, then is it just this and then I... Oh, that's fucked. That's so fucked. Okay, that's not it. That's for sure not it. Save that as a multi-line string to the variable. Oh my God. Dude, coding sucks. Like, I know this is going to be so handy for me, but holy shit, this sucks. Okay. Python, how to write multi-line string. Triple quotes. So I do 3 quotes? She's sounding like a real coder now. Well, every time I have a question, everyone's like, look at the documents. You guys sound like every teacher I've ever had where I'm like, I need help on this. And they're like, look at the book. Look at the textbook. Write /null_sig to new passwords obj. Now we have the file to replace passwords.csv. Oh, it replaces it. That's why we use the write function, not the append, because writing it will overwrite the passwords. Ooh. Okay. Write /null_sig to new passwords obj. I don't know how to do that. So replace it. Write /null_sig to new passwords obj. So would I just literally do new passwords obj equals /null_sig? So does that work? I didn't get an error. I didn't get an error. I don't want an AI-powered review. I want a human being-powered review. Wait, so what if I print new passwords obj? Well, the ASCII got a little fucked up here, but it worked. The ASCII got a little fucked up. Hi, Kong. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? Hi, raiders. I'm learning how to code. Well, it's not my first lesson. This is my second to last lesson. Oh my God, thank you. Nice to meet you. Love you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Yeah, my name's Avery. I'm usually, I'm mostly known for dancing on Twitch. I play a lot of Just Dance. It's my bread and butter. But I also get really bored and I like learning stuff. So I'm learning how to code. I'm starting with Python because it's, Chad told me your dancing was amazing. Your chat's a lot nicer to me than mine is. My chat is like, just quit already. My chat's like, give it up, grandma. You can't do it like you used to. Aren't they all? Dawes and G brought us here today. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. My chat calls me old too. Dude, we could both be 12 3/4 and they'd be like, all right, it's past your bedtime, grandma. 2:30 in the afternoon, it's past your bedtime. Let's get you to bed. Learning stuff's amazing. I tried learning JavaScript in the past. I gave up. It's hard. It's so hard. I've had so many moments today where I tried to read the direction and then I just turned to chat and I was like, what am I doing? I shouldn't quit my day job. I should just go back to dancing. But this is my second to last Python lesson. I only have one left and my last lesson is next week. So I'm like really excited because I started learning in January. It was my New Year's resolution. So I'm getting there. And I've also been taking like physical notes. So I will say sometimes I'm blurry. I will say sometimes I forget to take notes. So I'm kind of not on it. But I find that like taking notes helps me like cement what I'm learning about. They're not very organized, but like just writing it down while I'm learning has helped a lot. So yeah, it's been interesting. I'm learning a lot. Last year, my New Year's resolution was to learn how to sew. So I know how to sew now. The year before that, it was learning how to take apart electronics and fix them. And I do that all the time now. I love it. The year before that was couponing. I think the year before that was learning to be more eco-friendly. Yeah, I love learning stuff. There's always so much to learn in the world. Super happy to be here. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. You're like the nicest person alive. Where has Kong been my whole life? Can you come to every stream and save me from these assholes, please? Enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much. I miss that old gal. She's so sweet. No. Do I want a robot to tell me what I wrote wrong as a human being? No. Pass. She's not that nice, by the way. You know what? That's the streamer way. Thank you, Roland. Thank you for gifting us up to Kong. That's so sweet. Thank you. You didn't get the end right. Oh, I didn't. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. So hacking the Fender. So it should save everything. So which, can you, so is it this part that I didn't get right? Right. Okay, hold on. Python, how to write variable to object. Maybe that will help me learn the syntax. How do I assign a variable to an object name? Oh, I don't think this is what I want. Correct. Const? I don't know that I learned about that. I know for sure whatever it wants me to do, I did learn, but I fucking didn't write it down because I'm not that smart sometimes. But I don't know what this would be called. Write /null_sig to new passwords obj. Now we have the file to replace passwords.csv. Okay, chat, can you give me a nudge? Oh, how to write data to a file. Okay. Python, JSON, how to write data to a file. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Reading and writing JSON to a file in Python. So, dictionary, the name of a dictionary. Oh, would it be, is it, so what is the out file? Is the out file, is it / I think it would be /null_sig dot write JSON dot, no, JSON object. So this would be the object. So new passwords object. No, I fucked that up. Okay. String object has no attribute right. Okay, well, the syntax I found was wrong. With open sample.json w as outfile dot write. Oh, outfile dot, so would this be backwards? Is this backwards? Oop, oop. Oh, did that do it? So it's the, okay. Dot write writes over the object that you opened with the file. And then you write over it with the argument. Is it called an argument? Which is this, because this is the argument we made of saying you got hacked. So now we can print new passwords object. Or, sorry, new passwords object dot, is it dot read? Oh my God, how do we print this again? I forgot. Is it print? How do we print this again? I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. Workday's done. Family's in the pool. 100+ degrees F. Going to see them. You rock, Avery. Have a great day. Enjoy your pool. Know that I'm jealous. Don't you have to open the file to read it? Open. So do I have to open the file again? Okay. So is it with open new passwords.csv as new passwords obj print new passwords obj? How do I get it to not look like this? Ending the indent closes the file. But I didn't end it, did I? Oh, Oh, wait. So can I print it in if I'm in the with thing still? Oh my God, I need a nap so bad. Y'all, I need a nap so bad. So print new passwords obj. Okay, I forgot why it keeps looking like this. Do you see what I mean? Where it's like in the... Now you're printing the file, not as content. Help me then! Somebody sedate me! How do I do it? For row and file? God damn it. Okay. For row in new passwords object. I tried to use .read, it didn't work. It didn't work. I think you need, okay, so I don't need a for loop. I don't need a for loop. Print new passwords obj dot read. It didn't work because you were outside the indent block. Now what do I do? I'm gonna start crying. I just wanna open the goddamn file. I don't know, I'm not a Python dev. I hate y'all. I'm just gonna tweak. You almost had it with the new with statement you named. You just forgot .read when you... okay, so why do... if I... okay. With open new passwords.csv. Not in write mode. As new passwords object. Print new passwords object dot read. Yay! The ASCII got all fucked up, but that's okay. I leave for 1 minute, she's crashing out. The thing is with me, when it comes to coding, I'm either like I am the smartest person to ever walk the earth, or I'm like, I'm the dumbest person alive and I need to be put down. I need to be euthanized for being this stupid and wasting this much air. Oh, yeah, next week is classes and it's long. So I think next week we're just gonna like barely do any chatting and just hop right into it. That's it. I don't know how, like, it's so interesting to me to think that people are able to do this in an office with other people, because I would absolutely lose my mind. Like, I would need to work in an office that has one of those like soundproof meeting rooms, so I could just go in there and like bite my laptop. When you get to classes, you might have to just ignore chat. It can get quite complex depending on how they teach. Okay, we'll see how it goes. We have one lesson left. We have only one lesson left. And it's on classes. Apparently it's a chunky lesson. It says the lesson's an hour and a half and then the project is another hour. So it's gonna be fat. Technically there is one more section after, which is like some more code challenges, but I kind of don't want to do those. I kind of would like to just hop right into learning how to code off the platform in what'd you call it? VStudio or something? VS Studio? That's kind of what I want to jump into. So I know that's what I want to do. VS Code, thank you. VS Code. I was thinking about it. And I think the first project I want to make is a program that I can use to help me stretch. Because currently I have to set my own timers. and I can't use a video. There are videos online where it's like every ding is 30 seconds. But the thing is, it takes me time to switch between stretches. So I want to make a program that dings every 30 seconds, and then after the 30 seconds, dings every 10 seconds. So I want to be able to use that program to help me stretch. So I think that would be like an easy first program to make. That seems like a very good beginner project, you know? Honestly, a good application to code and help so much. Most will point out issues with syntax so you don't have to sit and get, oh, thank God. Because that's my problem is syntax and spelling. Maybe a timer that starts when you clap. That's so funny. It's literally clap on, clap off. That is totally a program. Yeah, I think it will be pretty simple, but I would like to have something that helps me. That was the first thing that came to mind when I was like, what could I program to make my life easier? And then I could learn to add little like graphics to it. Like maybe I could make a little animation of me like stretching and then an animation of me moving so that like I know which section I'm on. You know what I mean? So that's, I think, going to be the first one. That's going to be the first program, I think. And then you can add a bomb tick to it. And on that note, let's end the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for dealing with me when I'm all brain dead. I think next week will be easier on my brain because I won't be so exhausted because I've been traveling almost nonstop for like 3 weeks and finally all my travel is done. So I think I'll have more of my brain power next week, which I'm going to need it because this is a fat class. So, yeah, one more lesson. And then I am, unfortunately, a programmer. Despite everyone else's best interest, I'm unfortunately a programmer. So I'm really excited. Next week's lesson on types should be good. You can get away from stringly type program. Oh, yeah, the strings really confuse me. You already are a programmer? Thank you for saying that. All I had to do was make one 8-ball program, and suddenly I was a programmer. At the end, do you get a certificate? I don't think so. I think it's just learning, like, for fun. Oh, earn a certificate of completion. Yes, I do. I do get one. I'm going to print it out, put it with all my other certificates. I'm going to put it in my wallet. What you know about Boolean? I hate y'all. Thank you so much for being here today.